someone said that if you're over 200 pounds,
right,
that you shouldn't be in a Pilates class.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
This clip that we're going to show is not the original clip. It's a reaction to the clip. Queen Emma, roll the clip.
This is for the woman who said that if you're over 200 pounds, you shouldn't be allowed to do Pilates. If you're not her, keep scrolling. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
I would just like to say
234 pounds, and I'll roundhouse kick you in the fucking head.
I want my legs to
Why
look
is
like
200
that.
pounds like the benchmark for being unhealthy now? Actually, scratch that. Why is anyone anywhere talking about anyone's weight that isn't their own? Just mind your own damn business and have a great day. Bye.
Now, I'm assuming you saw this.
I did see it. Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
I think with that, it's just like so people's ideas of like weight and health are so wrong.
Yes, you have personally talked about BMI.
Yes.
Yes, that you would technically be classified as obese.
Yeah, I'm
That's
considered massive on a BMI scale, you know? It's just, I'm like, I get that a lot of comments, or actually don't get as many comments, I think, but I think I have a BMI of like 30, and I was like, some woman commented that. So I talked to my dietitian about it because I was like, this is like crazy comment. And when you actually like BMI is just two numbers put together and that's it. And I'm like, does that show you anything? That doesn't tell you a gosh darn thing of what I can do. And no one would think like, nobody would look at me and be like, wow, she is just, that is crazy. So I think with the 200 pounds thing is I'm 200 pounds. I like heaviest is like, I'll go to like 203, 213. And then my playing weight at the Olympics, I was 197.
Yep.
So it's just crazy.
To me, it screams that the original poster of this was probably 5'2" max.
1,000, yeah.
Because I don't know that there are people who are, you're 5'11", right?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm like 5'9".
I was going to say, is it?
If you round up, it's like 5'10".
So it's a roster height. Got it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right. Keep going.
Anyway, breeze over that. Yeah. Cut that. I feel like at my height specifically that I've always teetered this like area of, especially when I was playing, of just, high 100s, close to 200 when I've been pregnant, over 200.
Yeah.
But it's not like anyone would have looked at me while I was pregnant and been like, ooh, she really packed it on.
Yeah.
People don't realize that like your frame, how are we supposed to help being that close to 200? And why, like you said, why is 200 the benchmark for like, wow, you're really unhealthy?
Well, and that's been my thing recently is I've like this idea of kind of skinny and that coming back. I really think that some of our bodies are just meant to be certain ways.
Yes.
Like I'm big, we're tall. I believe that I just don't think I'm not supposed to be skinny for my frame. I have broad shoulders. I have, I just think there's a natural way, and I think we're forgetting that. Like, we're not all, there's some women who are meant to be thin, who are meant to be skinny, and that's just, I've seen them eat so much and they just stay that way. There's some of us who are meant to be a little bit bigger, and I've seen people who are so healthy and like who live such fulfilled lives, over 200 pounds. And that's kind of like why I'm constantly putting out these body positive messages, because it's like, it's never ending.
It's also funny as an athlete to hear someone make the idea that Pilates is like the measure of like Pilates is the class. Like how many workout classes, boxing, all these other ones that are like built in strength the same way that Pilates are. Like Pilates is built in strength. The fact that you're trying to be like, you need to be dainty to do Pilates.
Sorry, you have to be skinny to come in here.
No.
No Pilates instructor, well, hopefully no Pilates instructor is like, sorry, you have to be the fittest you've ever been for me to train you. You have to have a six-pack. There's no point if you don't do Pilates without a six-pack. Like, what? We like to go from here to go up. Like,
yes. Next up on Doomscroll.
Yep.
This is a trend I have some strong thoughts on. I'm very interested to hear yours as a professional athlete. Queen Emma, hit it.
Hi, can I just be a bitch for a second?
Oh, yes.
Thanks.
Okay. Yes, you may.
I can't stand when people say, try this high protein recipe, high protein hack, blah, 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 protein, 100 fucking grams of protein this, 1,000,000 fucking grams of protein that. And the recipe is literally like putting yogurt in a bowl and then dumping a bunch of protein powder into it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eat fucking real food.
We pulled this TikTok because I may or may not have gone off on a hard tangent.
When?
In pre-production meeting about how everything is like trying to be high protein.
Yeah.
and we could just like eat a hard-boiled egg, get some protein in. Like we don't need to just like smack protein powder into everything. And protein powder, I've had like a couple that aren't terrible. They're all chalky. Yes, most of them.
1,000%.
And I love food. So I would just love to hit my, whatever you call them, macros.
Oh yeah.
In eating meals.
Yes.
How do you feel about this whole high protein push? Because you need to have a fairly high protein diet.
I have a high protein diet, but I also have like probably the highest carb diet.
Love that.
Ever. And I was raised on a very high carb diet. And carbs are really the energy that you need. That's science, truly. But yeah, I have a very carb heavy diet. I get protein in for most meals, but I'm actually not as committed to the bit as I maybe could be.
Sure.
I think I could be leaner. I could be this if I was really focusing on protein, but I just don't see, I think I'm fine. And also when I look around, it's so cool to look at other countries, what other countries eat. Like when I go on tour and I see some of these countries, like England's very carb-based country as well. So the girls will have like 2 pieces of toast and some beans on their toast.
It's very brown.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying it's yummy. I'm not saying it's that good. But
so my concern is just that like we're trying to pretend like when we blend up some cottage cheese and put it in the freezer that it tastes like ice cream. You get what I'm saying?
Don't lie to yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Eat a couple scoops of ice cream.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Then eat a hard-boiled egg for your protein.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I saw recently one. It was like protein tiramisu. She dips the rice cake in espresso and then she puts like Greek yogurt on there. I was like, that's not even fucking close.
That's almost offensive.
Don't lie to me.
Don't offend tiramisu like that.
Yeah, of course they put protein in the yogurt too. I'm like, I couldn't even be satisfied.
There's no way.
There's no way.
But then why eat it? You see what I'm saying? If it's not going to scratch the itch.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing it just to try to scratch it, what are we doing? Just eat the fucking tiramisu.
Yeah. I really think we've lost the plot on that. And my dietitian does want me to get a lot of protein in. Thank you, Jackie. I'm working on it, but I personally am more of a real food person. So like if after training, I'll have a quick protein shake. Like that's very easy, quick protein. But like if I can, I'm going to have the eggs. I love like beef jerky and biltong. I just think, I mean, maybe I'm wrong in science, but I don't know if we need that much because I'm doing fine and I just had a bagel this morning.
So you're telling me you're not going to lean into the carnivore diet?
Oh, I love.
You love watching people eat a stick of butter?
I'm like, why are you dipping that in just an egg yolk?
No.
You think that's right?